So this is a vintage Sanitaire upright. I picked this up about 2.5 months ago from a Goodwill, and it didn't cost me that much. And when I came up to it, I noticed that it was particularly vintage, as very infrequently do you see Sanitaires of this style where the hood and base are completely metal with the smooth chrome top design and the old Sanitaire lettering, as well as the triangular shaped height adjustment dial. So that's why I picked it up, and this machine will be going to another collector, but I figured somebody would want it just because it's hard to find older commercial machines, because when vacuums are used in commercial settings, they generally just don't survive the years. Now, as far as this machine goes, the cord for sure has been replaced. However, I'm quite sure this is the original handle, but as you can see, the handle bail is quite worn. You can see it has a lot of play there. So this machine definitely was used quite a lot. This bag may or may not be the original vinyl outer bag. It could be, but it might not. I don't remember what style outer bag this machine would have come with originally. Interestingly enough, these machines were made under other labels as well. For example, the college that I went to, Duquesne University, they still use a few of these style vacuum cleaners, but labeled as a Nobles. That just goes to show you, though, how well made these machines were. And basically, they last forever with very little maintenance. So I guess that just says a lot about the history behind these machines and how well made they really were. It had been serviced at least a few times, and the Aspen Lighter Vacuum actually is still in existence in Rochester, New York. However, it's no longer at that location. About 6 years ago, they actually moved to my town, outside of downtown. Now, there is no paper bag installed in this machine right now, so I will run it, but I'm not going to run it for more than a couple seconds so that it doesn't blow dust everywhere. It is a Model 643, 3.5 amps, and very clearly see Sanitaire, made by Eureka Company, Bloomington, Illinois. I'm going to venture to say that this brush roll was probably replaced at some point as well. All metal. So, very tough machine. And this was made at a time where commercial really did mean something. Like, this is a true commercial vacuum cleaner, and there's a reason why, even to this day, it still runs. So, we will give it a quick run. Again, I'm not going to run it for more than a couple seconds just because of it not having a bag in there, and the belt is so beyond dry rotted. I'm surprised it hasn't even snapped off yet. There's nothing like an old Sanitaire. Perhaps if I had more carpeting, I would hold onto it, but I'm just glad that it will be appreciated wherever it ends up going. And a neat piece of vacuum history. As I said, you really don't see a lot of 40-some-year-old commercial machines that are still around. So without further ado, that was the 3.5 amp Sanitaire.